In this video, I'm going to show you how to properly build a creative pipeline that is going to allow you to win in 2026. I'm going to take you through sourcing ads from your competitors, coming up with new concepts, take you through exactly how you should be launching your ads, your campaign setup. I'm going to teach you how to actually analyze the data and how to actually learn from your creatives. And then towards the end, we're going to go into iterations versus new concepts. This is something that's extremely under talked about. A lot of you do not like to use your brains. I'm not talking about cute dogs, car crashes, and BBLs, but you need to start to understand trends in your ad account. And if you're new here, my name is Jared Robinson. I've been running Meta ads since I was 13 years old, drop shipping in my parents' house. And now my company makes thousands of ads every single month for 7- and 8-figure direct-to-consumer brands just like you. But before we get into the solution, before we get into the actual creative engine and making it, you first must understand the problem and the habits that you're currently doing that are not allowing you to succeed. Right now, you are in a creative hamster wheel, and you need to build a creative engine, which is what we're gonna go into today. But right now, what you're probably doing is making a few ads. You have no real structure, no real timetable, no real standard operating procedures, and you have no system or process for consistently finding winning ads. And operating like this is like gambling. You might be able to achieve new revenue thresholds, but it's very hard. You're not scaling very consistently at all. Okay, so the solution here is a true creative pipeline, and you should feel lucky right now because we just filmed this entire video and the fucking screen recording wasn't on. So you're getting it second time's a charm. So I'm gonna explain to you how to conduct your deep research and what I do for competitor analysis. So for deep research, you are going to want to create a document. And in this document, you essentially want to ask yourself questions that is going to lead you to understanding your ICP, coming up with angles, coming up with hooks, coming up with headlines, etc. So once you lay out all of those questions, then you're gonna wanna go crawl on Twitter, Reddit, search the questions, go in TikTok comments, etc. And then you can also run these questions through AI. And the goal of this is just to give you kind of a baseline on what to go off of, because most of you do not understand your customer quite as well as you think you did. And there's a lot of things you could learn and a lot of new angles that you can pull if you just actually spent the time dedicated to doing research on your customer. So the second thing is going to be competitor analysis. I like to use things like Atria or Motion. And what these tools allow you to do is essentially just look at what your competitors are doing in like a more pretty format than ads library. And they also allow you to do another thing, which is extremely important: build a swipe file. Your swipe file and your deep research document are two things that should be ever growing and ever changing as you're scaling and growing your brand. It's extremely important that you build a swipe file. And if you're not familiar with what a swipe file is, it's essentially just something that you refer back to. It's a place where you house a lot of content, a lot of ads from your competitors that you can go back to and either learn from or use in your briefs that you make for static ads or whatever. So the next thing that you need to do is actually write briefs. So when you're writing briefs, they need to be specific to either image ads or to video ads. And for your image ads, it's a lot more simple than video. For image ads, you essentially just need your headline, your angle, your CTA, and your visual direction. So for each image ad concept that you come up with, you should write out a headline, write out what angle you're going after, what customer profile you're going after, write out your CTA, that's essentially like the box icon or whatever. And then for visual direction, you can either write visual direction or you can use an image. And then for your video briefs, they're a little bit more complex. You're gonna start with your hook, but you don't just need the hook copy, you also need the hook type as well as the hook visual. This is extremely important because the copy needs to be curiosity based. It needs to invoke some type of curiosity or emotion in them. And the hook type is important. It'll be more important later. But the hook visual is also important because it needs to be somewhat scroll stopping. And I'm not talking about, cute dogs, car crashes, and BBLs. I'm talking about things that your ICP is going to find interesting and that's actually going to stop their scroll. So the next thing is the body of the video. And you can structure the body of your videos however you want, but somehow in the video, you essentially need to talk about the problem and how your product is the solution. And then for the CTA, or at least the end of the video, you need to have some form of risk reversal, and then you need to have a true CTA. So for risk reversal, these are things like social proof, testimonials, reviews, money back guarantee, challenges, anything like that. And then for your CTA, you want to have something like an offer, some sort of urgency, some sort of scarcity, something like that, something that makes them actually click. So now that you've done your deep research, you've done your competitor analysis, you've written your briefs, you have your ads, now you need to actually launch them. So when launching your ads, keep it simple. It's pretty easy now. Manus can do it for you, or it's going to be able to do it for you soon. If you don't know, Meta just bought Manus. It's a software that an AI that can, in theory, media buy. I haven't seen it yet, but I'm sure it'll be able to soon. So when you're launching your ads, we're gonna go CBO. We are not going to go ABO. ABO sucks. Delivery engine is good. Everyone's aware of Andromeda. You're gonna go CBO. And when you're actually launching the ads, every ad set is going to be a batch of ads. Yes, you can put videos and pictures in the same ad set. Yes, you can put different angles into the same ad set. Doesn't matter. Every time you do a batch, just throw it in an ad set, throw it in a CBO, let it ride. For all the other stuff like ROAS, CAC, bid caps, cost caps, all that other stuff, that's up to your discretion, that's up to you. Whatever you want to do, all of it's great, whatever. Now is when we start getting into actual important stuff, things that actually matter. The next thing is going to be learning. And I know this is going to be hard for a lot of you because a lot of you do not like to use your brains. But this is probably the most important. These next two steps are probably the most important parts of this entire process. So the next thing you need, I know we talked about how you need a deep research doc earlier, you need a swipe file, and you also need your briefs. This is going to be another document that you need, and I like to run this out of Google Sheets. You are going to be tracking your hit rate week over week, but also you need to go deeper. You need to break down the hooks, you need to break down the headlines, you need to break down the angles, you need to break down the customer profiles, break down everything. You need to be learning from every single ad that you launch, and not just learning if it's a winning ad or if it's a losing ad, but you need to start to understand trends in your ad account, angles that are working, because every batch, you're not always going to have loads of winning ads. You might have one, you might have two, you might have zero. But you need to treat every single batch as a learning experience. And if you're not doing your learnings correctly, if you're not tracking every single ad, if you're not tracking the hook types that you're using, like I told you earlier, you're not going to properly understand what the trends are looking like inside of your own ad account. You're not going to understand what angles are actually working. You're not actually going to understand what problems you're selling to. And most importantly, you're not going to understand what ads to make next. You're gonna have no fundamental understanding. It's like I talked about in the intro. The creative hamster wheel, not the creative engine. That's what you're on because you're not properly doing learnings. You don't know why your ads are working or why they're not working. You don't know what's going on. So the next step and the final step is going to be iterations. And this is going to take place in two different pipelines. Pipeline A, which is going to be strictly iterations of previous winners that you take from your learnings. And pipeline B is essentially just going to be you doing this process over and over and over again. So this is something that's extremely important and extremely under talked about. People always talk about making new concepts and making iterations of previous winners. But how do you know how many to make, when to make them, etc.? I'm gonna give you a couple examples here. So let's say you launch a batch, you don't have tons of winning ads in your ad account yet, and you have a 20% hit rate. Do you think you should make more iterations or more new concepts? I think you should make more iterations. So your scale should lean heavier here, okay? And then let's say, you know, your cost per acquisition is driving up, your winning ads are kind of starting to fall off, and your previous batch that you just launched, you had a 5% hit rate. This is the point where we're not gonna be making a whole lot of iterations because nothing that you're doing is working all that great. And you need to be testing a lot of new concepts. So that's how you can look at that. You essentially treat that as an ever sliding scale based on how well what you're doing is working versus how well or how not so well what you're doing is working. And so how we do this is typically on a 2-week time horizon, the way that we do it. During the first week, we do the research, the brief, and we launch. And then during week 2 is when we do a lot of learnings, obviously from the previous week, and iterations. So This is kind of just an ever-flowing thing from week to week. We're doing, research, new briefs, new launches, and then the next week we're doing a lot of learnings and iteration. So hopefully you learned something from that. I made a video similar to this a couple of months ago, but I really wanted to hammer in the actual learnings and iteration this time. I feel like last time it was a little bit more shallow, more about how to get ads launched and less about how to consistently get winners every single month. And that is by far the most important part of this process, is actually learning from the batch that you launch and then understanding how to iterate on that, when to iterate, and how much to iterate. And if you do run a creative engine like this consistently for 2, 3, 4 months, you are going to notice a very significant change in your ad account and in your business. But if you made it to the end of the video and you don't want to do this yourself, but you understand how powerful this is, good news, you're in the right place, because that's exactly what we do. We make thousands of ad creatives every single month and generate tens of millions of dollars for our clients. If you want to learn more, just click the link below. There's a bunch of case studies, there's testimonials, there's a full video explainer of exactly how we do what we do. There's some ads that we made for other people, tons of stuff. If you're interested, if you're spending more than $100,000 a month on ads, I would click the link. We're pretty good at what we do. And if you made it to the end of the video, comment the word learn, because you need to learn from the ads that you make. All right, see you in the next one.